They buried me in the water and I came, I knew. Ha ha. Now I'm baptized in blue.
I'm a fighter, I'm a winner, never quit. I refuse to lose. I got heart and I got grit. I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a fighter, never winner, never quit. I refuse to lose. I got heart and I got grit. I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue.
Welcome to the Changing the Culture podcast with your host, me, Autumn Clifford. This is the only self-help podcast hosted by a female cop. I want to welcome you. If you loved that intro, then I want you to go to the end of my podcast and make sure you listen to that music, that tune. It's called Baptized in Blue by One Time Music. He's a fellow police officer. You can find him anywhere you can listen to music. He's amazing. I'm really excited to have you here. I hope that you enjoy this podcast episode as much as I enjoyed making it for you.
It's the best kind of meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Except for I'm drinking a Miami cocaine cola bang, my favorite.
Minus the cocaine.
Well,
And we're all drinking bourbon. We got a coffee drinker, and then we have a monster.
seltzer.
Like
monster.
a middle
We have
school
talked
student.
about that. We have talked about that.
Also
okay. I like it. And he has a
Wait,
shot. Nice.
wait. Wash Your Six soap. Is that your name?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're drinking Bud Light seltzer. There's a ugly sweater edition. The seltzer. It's awesome. Go out to your local dealer and get it now.
Dealer.
Dealer.
Oh my god.
I drank 12 of them last Monday after we did our.
I blacked out.
I blacked out.
We'll talk about that and all of our
Yeah.
experiences with alcohol here soon.
Also, who the fuck's gonna give Ben home a ride from my house?
What the
Since
fuck was
he's
that English? Oh, he's fine. He'll drive.
My car's small. I'll just push it. Jesus.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so why don't we just do this? Let's just tell everybody where you guys are from. What's your story? Tell me everything. How did you start? Who the fuck are you guys anyways?
So,
Whoa! Joking.
God, I'm so nervous.
How about you guys start and then we'll talk?
No.
They're the master.
They're
race-
just observers.
the master
Oh,
race
that's-
is just they're
The
just
masters.
the master race.
All right. Ty, you go first since this is your.
Okay. So, Blue Falcon Radio, there's three of us. We have Ben, Ty, and Zach. We started early January was our very first episode. We recorded it on a phone, and that's now part of the lost tapes. It's no longer accessible, thank God. We recorded it intoxicated, which, I mean, that's nothing new, but we were severely intoxicated for that very first one. We started with the ambition of bridging the gap between the anti-police movements and law enforcement. So our whole goal was to kind of just talk freely and openly about everything and make people of all walks of life feel welcome, despite whether you were part of law enforcement or not. And like now we're branching out to just talking to all types of groups. So like our last episode, we talked to Carrie Arnold of the Bigfoot Odyssey YouTube series. Because
I saw that.
Zach's a big proponent of
He's a
day.
Bigfoot.
he's a big cryptozoology guy.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. So we're branching out. We like talking to all types of people. And
What do you like to talk about? What do you like? What's like your favorite? Like, what drives you to talk to people?
just learning about, I mean, you can't really bridge gaps unless you're open to learning about other people.
We got another one.
Ooh.
So that's what our whole goal is. That's what our whole mission statement is behind Blue Falcon Radio. As far as the name, we couldn't fucking think of anything. So
Honestly, I just like meeting people across the United States that I would never meet in my entire life.
right.
Yeah.
Because I would never know you if I saw you in an airport and be like, "Hey, you got a podcast? Cool."
Right.
You know, so like that's cool. And then like people in LA,
Bridgeport, Nebraska.
No. Never mind. Stand with that. Like Texas, Mississippi, you know, I'm like in Australia.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy.
all over the world.
All because of a thing we decided to do one night when we were drinking. Of course.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing for me. Like I'm the type of person who I'll go.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm Ben, by the way.
Ben.
I'll go into I go to a bar pretty often, and it's kind of a place where like you got a few regulars, and then you got a lot of people that just like come in once in a great while, or they're first timers. And I'm the person who will see someone new and like sit down next to them and be like, "Hi, I'm Ben," and tell me your life story. And then like 2 hours later, I have a new friend.
2
And,
hours
like,
later, he's arrested and like they're fucking like, hey, you need to leave, dude. What the fuck? Like you're creeping people out.
But no, like I don't know. Like there's just something about a new person that you don't know anything about, and like I want to reach out and be like, tell me about yourself. What makes you tick?
Yeah.
What makes you tick?
You guys didn't. I'm surprised you didn't come up with this in like overnights in your cruise.
Are you kidding me?
That's
I'm
what
like, I can't even stay awake overnight.
Me neither. I never could either, man.
Like I'm training a new guy now, which is way better than the last time. But last night I was like hitting my head against the window, and like he turned real quick, and I was like, "Oh shit, how long was I sleeping for?" Oh, it's rough.
When I was on overnights, I can't remember if I told you this, but every night at 3 a.m. it didn't matter. I was out, fucking passed out from 3 to 5. And so I'd go to my PD and they'd know I'm like, Sergeant, typing reports, fucking done.
Yep. I created a beautiful nap spot in our PD.
It's a dream sickle.
So it's one of the volunteer firefighter rooms, but we don't have volunteer firefighters.
We do. I'm gonna tell you a story about that.
But so like it's a pair of bunk beds. Well, I learned from my children that if you put a blanket under the top mattress and drape it over the bottom bunk, it creates a nice warm space that promotes good sleep.
And then you could hear like the cars driving on the roadway at night.
It makes me feel warm, like all the time. I feel
warm. When heroin hits your whole body.
Yeah,
it's just warm and detached.
Yes, we love the buzz. Love the buzz.
No,
oh, good. So that's how it came about, and you guys love to talk to people. So, are you guys cops?
No.
Yeah.
I work at the local mall security.
We all need
okay,
heroes.
Paul Blart.
We all need heroes. Yeah, we're cops in Western Nebraska. We can't say specifically where, but I mean,
I could care less.
It's kind of known by this point, so do some research and you'll figure it out.
Starts with an S and ends with an F, and it sells Scotts Bluff. So if you want to go that route, it's fine. I could care less. We're not going to get in trouble. So
yeah,
that's cool. So you guys have like big tractors out there. That's like what I think about.
Yeah, huge,
massive.
John Deere,
the biggest. Yeah, it's a rural area. We're conjoined with another town called Gearing. In total, the population's like 20,
a little over 20,000. Yeah,
but we run together as another town, so it's probably 35,000 people total.
No, it's 20 combined. It's
oh fuck.
I think. Well, it's a little over. It's between 20 and 25.
But yeah.
So tell me, what's police work like there?
It was different when you started, Zach.
There's just a lot of people calm down. I think. I don't know.
Because how long have you been doing it now?
7 years.
Mm-hmm.
And it may have just felt different because everything was so new, and every call I took was like, oh man, this is new. But now like it's about the same, but like the bars fights aren't there. I think
There's
people just got less
too.
like they're like a lot of like less tough. Like people like don't square up to other people and fight them anymore. They're like, yeah, bitch, yeah, fuck you, and then they leave. And I'm like,
a lot of talk.
no one like hit him. Like somebody hit somebody. Like you know, so
yeah.
I don't know. And I've also, like I said, you would do something for so long, everything just becomes the same.
Yes.
Unless there's like a shooting, you know, then it's like, whoa, shit. But like 7 years, so
yeah.
Well, that's one thing. Like, I don't know. I never heard about it, and I wasn't living here for some of that time. But like, I don't ever remember hearing about like weapons law violations or like shootings or anything like that before I started, or not much before I started, if at all. Like, was that a thing that happened when you were new?
no, it's just the media doesn't always put things out. Like
I
people are
see.
like that happened. Yeah, like they
Yes.
pick and choose, and I think the PD also regulates what they give to
I'm
them.
sure.
And you know that, like we can't give you everything, you know.
Right. Mhm.
And people are like nothing happens here. I'm like, yeah, there's shit that happened. You just are sleeping at night, so
Exactly.
I have to go to the bathroom. Keep going.
All right.
Zach. Yeah. So, well, like, I just want to know this because I have no idea. We all know that I live in Maine, and
Mhm.
my mastermind will literally laugh out loud because my geography absolutely sucks. So like I live up here, and I'm thinking you live like over here.
We're
in
like
the
dead
middle.
center. If you threw a dart at the middle of the United States, you'd hit just below us.
So we're like
Oh,
an hour from the Wyoming border, an hour from the Colorado border, and about 2 hours from South Dakota.
Yeah, about 2 hours
We're
from
right
South
there in the
Dakota.
Panhandle.
Probably about 2 hours from Kansas if you wanted to go there, which no.
yeah. You don't want to go there, Ben.
The part of Kansas that's close to us is devoid of anything. Like there's just nothing there.
No.
Like it's open ground.
So like, what do you guys do for fun in Nebraska?
We make a podcast.
It's the same as any other town.
Drink.
Oh wait, we can watch chat. Okay, here we go. That's cool.
Yeah, I opened the chat. 'cause I
Oh,
saw
that's
some-
cool.
I saw
So that way
some.
we can answer some of your questions that you have. I like to golf. I like to golf on my time off.
You
Yep.
golf?
Yep, playing tournaments. What else? What else do I do? I can't fucking remember.
What a
Work on your house like a madman.
Oh yeah, I already did remodeled the house.
You're having a baby.
Baby. Yep.
You are? Congratulations. That's
Yep.
new.
Yeah, it's very stressful. And I found out the washer quit today. Everything fucking piles up at one time. Like, hey, we got an appointment on Friday, but don't freak out. The washer doesn't work. Okay.
That's
like
funny.
a country song.
Because literally 5 minutes before we were coming on live, my sink clogged. Both sinks in my kitchen. So
Oh god.
yeah, my husband was like, he's just on his break for dinner for work, right? And he's had a suppression hearing since 11 a.m. and he's working till 11 p.m. and he's supervising. So you can imagine the great mood he was in. So I'm like, I gotta go. You know what he does? He goes into the bathroom, grabs the fucking plunger. I'm like,
So it worked, didn't it?
yeah, it did. I'm like, but I can't
Yeah.
watch this. I can't.
And
He
all
wasn't-
that stinky food came up. Just
Good. Not good. I'm afraid to go out there. But yeah, shit definitely rolls downhill all the time.
Oh yeah, especially when you just switch to nights. That's when everything goes. I'm gonna stop working now.
yeah. Oh, you're standby.
Stand
Watch
by.
this.
You're switching to night soon. Okay, watch this.
Yeah, fucking first thing my wife says this morning to me is I get home, fucking tired as shit. She's like, okay, so bad news. Just hold that. Just hold that fucking statement. That's all I care about.
What about you, Ty? What do you like to do for fun?
I edit our podcast, so
Yeah.
I guess that's what I do for fun. Like, this is an exciting interview. You decided to have us on. I'm sure we're thrilling. Talking about broken
you
down
are you kidding
washers and
I love this. This is natural. And you know what? I have Joseph on here. He's my podcast editor, and he's gonna have a great time going and editing this.
we'll try and keep it pretty reasonable.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Okay. Listen to him.
I really like the they look like they're in a tiny closet by Washington Soap and Company. Is that you have like a company?
Yes, and you guys should Instagram it. It's called
Yeah.
Wash from Six, and he makes homemade soap, and it's all natural and all organic, and he packages it
Okay.
with like the thin blue, the thin blue line. He's got the thin red line. It's really cool.
It's on
Okay.
Instagram. I'm gonna look him up.
Yeah,
I'll add you right now. Just message me your phone number. Just joking.
and he, yeah. I was gonna say, and he makes it.
Oh,
What the-
What'd you lose?
Sorry,
Did
and he
you
makes
spill your drink?
That's not your-
no.
your bourbon.
I
is-
got
Oh.
the drink.
It's not
Okay.
your bourbon, is it? It could be anything else, but is that your
It's definitely not that. No, and he makes dick soap. That's what you.
dick soap?
Is that like the soap with the hole in it?
No, it's like actual dick soap. Wait till you see it. He'll show you.
Yeah, like,
you're saying like the
Haven't
shit
you ever
you
been
ate-
to Spencer's Gifts?
Yeah,
and it's
I-
like a joke.
Oh,
It's
there we
like
go.
the
yeah, that's it, Ben.
penis.
oh, okay. It's shaped like a dick.
Shaped like a penis.
No, if you go to Spencer's Gifts, you can get like a ring of soap. And they have a clever name for it that I can't remember.
I'm sure it's called cock ring soap or something like that.
That's hilarious.
Dick
So
ring.
tell me, I'll tell you what. Why don't you tell me this? I'd love to know what y'all are very passionate about. Tell me something you're passionately you want to talk about that you are very passionate. I know Ben has something
So
passionate about.
this is like completely outside of being a cop.
Be
'cause, like,
careful, because if you push Ben too hard, he'll start crying.
that's true. I will.
We'll talk about Biden. We don't want that.
I'm not going to talk about politics. No, like I get really into astronomy. I've got a few telescopes. I like to take them out, and I love reading about it. I love thinking about the future of the human race. I think we don't belong just on this planet. I think we need to branch out so that we don't get taken out by a meteor or
100%.
global warming or whatever it is that's going to be our demise. And so I spend a lot of time researching and thinking about things like that, and then just kind of anything to do with mechanics or like how things work. I love kind of engineering solutions to problems that exist, and so that's where my brain is all the time.
I love it. Do you
Like a Rain Man.
do you believe in aliens?
Yeah, they've got to be out there. I don't think they come here. I don't think they have any interest in us because we're not to the point where we're interesting yet. We've got a ways to go.
I disagree with that.
What's your guys' census on that? Because
Wow, keep
aliens
going. I
aliens
want to
are-
hear yours.
And I've seen one.
Zach.
I've seen one, but no one believes me. And that kind of took the ball rolling to cryptozoology for me.
Well, we need to hear the story.
Okay.
Yeah, talk about it.
And everybody, take this for a grain of salt. You don't have to believe me, but I know what I saw. It was senior year, about 2 a.m. The town I was going to was 30 miles away on Highway 26. 30 miles away to my grandparents' house on a Friday night. I don't know why it was 2 a.m., but decided to go down to my. I was going hunting in the morning, and my grandpa. Yeah, so I left. It was senior year. I was weird. So anyway, so I went down there. It was literally like, it looked like a street light. That's how high it was off the ground, but a little bit higher. Like 2 street lights, I would say, but the same color as a street light. It was just sitting there, no blinking, no nothing. So maybe 50, 60 feet off the ground. But it was small enough to be not like a ship, if for say. And I wasn't drinking, and I didn't drink then. I wasn't doing drugs. I was straight up sober. This thing just sat there, and then all of a sudden it just went like you see in the movies, just zipped, and it was just a green ball of light. And then it freaked me out so much I stopped on a highway in the middle of the road at 2 a.m. and just sat there and didn't know what to do. So that kind of got the ball rolling, and it was really, really weird. So that's why and there's anything out there. There's
Did you freak out against
yeah,
that?
no, I couldn't. Like, I didn't know what to do. Like, I was like, do I keep going? Like, it just shut my body down, and it was the weirdest feeling I've ever experienced. But when I hear these people talk about Bigfoot and all these experiences they see, like our last episode, they say they don't know what to do. They like piss themselves. They can't move. I kind of get that feeling, except for like it was in the air, and it wasn't like a human figure looking at me. But
Right.
I mean, I don't know. That's what I saw, and I don't give a shit what anybody thinks.
No, I believe in it. What about you, Ty?
I'm passionate about, I think all 3 of us here are passionate about people with mental help and just getting help when you need it. Just kind of removing that stigma. All 3 of us, we've talked to people professionally, and I just think, thankfully, I think we're entering a time where the stigma is being removed from society, where it's no longer looked down on to go get yourself mental help and things like that. But yeah, we just love talking to people. I think I'm passionate about just talking with people, learning from people. I've always enjoyed that.
So it's funny though, right? Because you're cops, and I don't know about you, but like when I was on the road full time, the last fucking thing I wanted to do was talk to more people. I was talked out. I'm like, I'm done. I don't care. I don't want to hear about anything. So I just think I think it's cool that you guys are like all together. I'm pretty happy to do it. My question for you though is why did you guys go see professional help?
So in 2012, my best friend, he passed away in a car accident, and he drowned. And
I'm so sorry.
so I sought mental health help for that. And then, just as life unfolds, just various other things, just whenever I feel like I need that grounding, I just seek it out.
What does it give to you? For somebody who's never been to counseling, they might find this interesting. What does it give to you when you talk to like a counselor?
It's just an unbiased person. Like it's not a friend. It's not an enemy. It's just someone who is there strictly to help you succeed and to help you find peace within your own mind. So just knowing that going into it and knowing that you can speak freely, it's comforting, I think. This is turning real depressing.
It's not depressing. I want to know about this.
Well, and I'll speak for a minute.
Yeah, go.
I'm the guy who's I haven't been to counseling to seek professional help. That's kind of my goal for before the end of this year, is I want to get into that. Prior to kind of me becoming a cop, I was very closed off emotionally. Did not talk to anybody. That wasn't a thing in my family. We don't talk about how we feel. Didn't have a lot of friends that were that way either. Kind of got to the point where I could talk to Ty with a little bit, and Zach and I have had some conversations. I've known Ty quite a bit longer than I've known Zach, but Zach and I are getting that close, and like, it helps. Like, just talking with them, and then even being on the podcast, like sitting down here and having the conversations that we have. There are certain times that I'll talk with Ty about something like at the police department, or we're just hanging out, or I'll talk to Zach about something, same context. And it gets to an uncomfortable point and the conversation just kind of shuts down. But when the microphones are hot, it kind of forces you to keep going. And your video just disappeared. Can you still hear us?
Whoa, who's that? That's
I'm right here.
what are you doing?
Okay.
I had to go tell my dog to be quiet.
Okay. We just wanted to make sure you were still there.
Yeah, that's what I just did.
I found that just this setting forces me to talk a little bit more and kind of get some things off my chest. And I do find that helpful. And that is what kind of pushed me to make the decision to, by the end of the year, go see someone and do it for real.
That's why you mastermind, you guys. This is why we mastermind. Mastermind, tell them this is why we do that. This is what we do, is we get together and we have a WhatsApp group, and like it's constantly going all day long. And then we get together a couple times a month and we have like these calls where everybody just kind of either has a bitch session or like we just talk and shoot the shit. And it's very helpful. Wouldn't you guys say?
I would
Yeah.
agree. Yeah, I would agree with that.
So
Definitely.
what about you, Zach? What was the reason that you went?
My mom and dad got a divorce, and I moved from 3 schools. I didn't go to one school for like more than 4 years, so I never really got a lot of friends. But I mean, I have friends, but like I never got to have a best friend. So I have a bunch of friends from a bunch of schools, you know?
Yeah.
And then they got a divorce, and then I had to take care of my sisters most of the time. My mom was working. So at the age of like 15, 16, 17, it was really hard to do that while doing school, while doing sports and all these things. And I was working in the summertime just to help pay some bills, like mowing yards, you know, because my mom was a single parent. My dad helped and he wasn't gone. It's just, it still didn't add up. So that was a lot of stress. And then this job kind of did it like a little more, but mostly what I'm trying to get to is I always thought I wasn't doing enough to please people. And I was always like, man, I'm worrying if I'm not doing enough, you know, like I have great, like, I'm not trying to be arrogant, but I have great like skills. Like I can get the vibe if someone's not feeling it, and they're like, I get body like
You're
what's
intuitive.
What's it called? Like body language, when you can tell someone's like down.
Mm-hmm.
And you, like, for instance, if I ask like my wife, and men, we all know this, when you say, "Are you okay?" "I'm fine." That's not fine. That's not good. And so what you do, you automatically go, "What the fuck did I do?" And like I literally just woke up, and you're like, okay. And then if you keep asking, it pisses them off because maybe they are fine. They're just having a hormonal moment, you know?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And like my wife being pregnant 9 weeks, she is definitely like, there's times when I'm like, what in the hell what happened? So
You knocked her up.
Yeah.
too many bourbons. And, but no, that helps. So I'm currently taking Wellbutrin. And I'm taking, which is kind of funny, I'm also on blood pressure medicine, which I'm not afraid to say.
It goes hand in hand.
It
with
goes,
being a
so
cop.
yeah, but that was before my family has high blood pressure. I mean, it's just genetics. So I'm on that and Wellbutrin. Wellbutrin has been helping my level of like anxiety, like wake up, you know, because for a while I was waking up and just going, whoa, like what the hell, you know, like you shouldn't wake up and have anxiety right away.
Right.
If you do, you just got to. So
Mhm.
I do not care if people need to get help and people need to take medication. That's great. We're only human. We're not God. So
Right.
Absolutely. And so you guys want to like talk about it. Why? Why do you feel like it's important for us to
'Cause
talk about?
no one is perfect. Everybody in this world has a problem,
Yeah. And like there was
a mental problem.
there was a time when the reason that I didn't talk to other people about the things I was feeling and whatnot is like I thought I wasn't supposed to. And I think there are a lot of people that think they're not supposed to. They're supposed to just deal with their shit and live a productive life without anybody's help.
Not to cut you off, but you would probably agree with me and everybody else. That is the most dangerous thing to do is keep everything in.
Oh, absolutely.
And then all of a sudden you get in a fight and everything comes out.
Oh yeah.
And that is how bad things happen. And then that's when we show up to calls. Because they're literally kicking the shit out of each other. So
yeah, that's why I think it's important to talk about it, is to like, I don't know, like we as police officers are kind of role models, at least for some in the societies we work in. And when people see us do a thing that they consider, or that if I would have seen someone that like I looked up to who would have said, it's okay to get help, like I think that would have been helpful. And so I don't ever want to be the person that someone looks up to that says, deal with your shit on your own, get over it. Like that's not the answer.
I see, Shannon, objective support, I guess. Can you explain that?
I think when I was explaining therapy.
Oh, I didn't see that. Sorry.
Yeah. She's just
then nobody's judging you, and someone's coming from the outside and they're not coming with any preconceived notions of what you're feeling or anything. They're just there to listen and offer their advice based on their expertise and not judge.
Right. I would agree.
Yep. Thank you. Straight from the mouth of genius. I couldn't have put it better myself because I don't do that. So thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really important. Now, let me ask you this. Do you see guys that you, or girls? When I say guys, okay.
We understand.
You get it. Okay.
Individuals.
Well, yeah, exactly.
What do you mean, guys?
Yeah, I know. I'm not a guy. I'm a female. Katie's laughing at me because she's a cop and she gets it. I'm just talking about the guys that you work with. That includes females. Everyone get the fuck over themselves. This is my question is, do you see people that maybe like could use help, or could, when I say help, it's not even necessarily help, but could use the objective person, or just, could use some mindset reset, could use some help. Do you know people? Don't tell me specifics, but have you guys in your police department, have you seen people who are, you're like, fuck man, like you just need help?
Like a lot. And like they don't think, a lot of them that do this don't believe in a higher power. Not saying you, because you're good at that, but
we know Ben. Ben.
Like they don't believe in a higher power, or they don't have any like hobbies, or they just cop is all they got.
Yeah.
Cop is everything to them. Wake up, piss, cop. I don't care. Like their radio's on all the time. Like,
which is great because they're great cops, but I would agree. Totally. That's, you gotta have something outside of work.
But like, absolutely. I don't, and someone may disagree with me. Don't take your radio home.
No.
Don't even take your uniform home if you don't have to. Like, leave all that shit there.
Because bed bugs. I mean, honestly.
and HIVs.
I don't have any roommates. I'm waiting for them.
Yeah, but no, I just don't agree with it. And maybe it's just because I was a farmer before this for like 6 years, and that was more stressful than this cop job because like, and I was just a ranch hand. I wasn't even the farmer. So
I think that's true of just about anything. If you build your entire identity around like one facet, then you're not a whole person. You become very one-dimensional, right. And you're not interesting. And
hence why we started this podcast.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
I was one of my clients. He's a cop, very type A guy I respect a lot. And I was having this conversation with him because I was kind of like, yo, like, I can't believe you hired me. Like, you're just not the typical guy to do that, the typical cop. And he's like, no, I need an outlet. And he's like, and here's what I like about you. You know me, you get me because you're a cop, but you don't know my agency because I don't get into that with my clients. You don't know the people I work with. You don't know this, and this. So I can tell you anything and it's all good. And I'm like, yes, you can. And this is awesome. But he was just talking about how important it is for cops, for everybody to have an outlet. And I think that we don't, I really just have to say, like, I don't think that that's emphasized in any emotional trainings. They say it. They tip this right in the academy. They're like, don't just do the cop thing. Don't just be a cop all the time. Right. But like, what are they doing to help us even that out?
They told me don't have friends that are cops, which me and Ben and Ty.
I think maybe have friends that are not cops.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have friends that don't do anything with law enforcement. That way you don't talk about it when you're hanging out with them. And we don't, like, if we hang out, we don't talk about that shit at all. Like, that's it. And I think everybody can really,
I like that.
no matter what you do, you can talk about something other. And I hate that. Like, first thing you do is like, did you see who got arrested? No, I don't care.
Right.
Because they're gonna get arrested.
I'll
They're gonna go to
figure it
jail,
out when
get
I
out,
go
get
back to
arrested.
work.
I don't care. Like, I want to enjoy this steak and probably watch a football game and drink this red wine. That's it. Like, that's all I give a shit about.
Yeah.
So don't talk to me. And then you get the people like, okay, well, we'll back off.
Well, and it got to a certain point with this podcast where like we were gearing it towards talking about cop shit every episode, and we had to venture away from it.
Yeah, it
was
was more stress than like we already had stress from work, and then like this was part of that, and we didn't like that.
And like the viewers can, I mean, I'm asking like a wide question here. It's more fun to listen to a podcast that's geared with a million things and different guests. Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Like, that's fun to listen to because you don't know what he's going to have. And he has people you don't agree with you on there. And that's fun to see people debate things out. And that, you know, and I think everybody like this right here, like we're not talking really about cop stuff. We're just talking about things and everybody can be around and talk about it. And I wish, you know, they could jump in whenever they want. So it's just not all about us. So
Variety's the spice of life, man.
Well, they can, but I want it to be a little bit all about you, okay? Like,
Gosh, darn
I'll
it.
tell you what.
This is her episode. We got to remember that.
Oh, yeah,
that's
sorry.
right. We're not.
I'll tell you what. We can do another one in a month or so, and they can come on, Zach. Okay, and then we
Let's do
have
the
a
summer
round-
edition where everybody wears bikinis and speedos.
I don't know where you're coming from now.
Only if you guys wear speedos. That's it.
I will wear a speedo,
Oh,
yes, you
God.
bet.
And you
Yeah, I'll
can't.
do it.
It can't be this camera up screen. Okay, like, I'm gonna need like a full
just a
We'll mount it right here, and so you can see.
No, it has to go down.
And I'm
because
not gonna shave for like a year.
That's the thing. I'm gonna have to pay a waxing facility a lot of money to get this done.
No, this is a prize. This is a prize possession.
Jesus, have you ever
How's
had
the bourbon?
mine?
What's
Mine?
everybody drinking? What's everybody drinking? Like, what type?
Oh, Johnny Walker Black Label, smooth.
Oh,
Ooh,
Blanton's.
coffee. Don,
Joseph Jackson's a real man's man.
Don, what
Yes,
are you
he is.
drinking?
I have a Pepsi from Costco.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Is it the new Pepsi pumpkin pie or something like that? Have you seen that?
is that a thing?
Yeah, there's new Pepsi. It's like a pie or something.
Oh, Zach.
What?
I said, oh, Zach.
It is. And then there's Mountain Dew came out with a recipe of like different things you can make for Christmas with like different Mountain Dew.
You know what I
It's
love
green.
is she just said this episode's about us, and you went, "What's everyone drinking?"
Yeah,
Well, I'm just wondering.
It's okay. Everyone can go
it
around.
is.
But I
It
want
is
to tell
funny,
you,
though, 'cause-
I do want to tell you something. Did you guys know that Mountain Dew was originally created to go with bourbon? Did you know that?
I did not know that.
That's what I do when you can't sleep at fucking 1 a.m. and you Google why do we have soda?
How long is 6 weeks?
How long is 6 weeks? Tell that. Could Ty tell that story?
How long
Tell
is
the
6 weeks?
story.
Yeah.
So the academy was super depressing. I had 6 weeks left, and there was an A split and a B split, and my roommate was in the other split, and they were doing a night driving emergency vehicle operations course outside. And I remember the room was dark, the sun was going down, and I was just watching them. I was looking out the window at the horizon, watching them drive around with their lights and sirens on. And I was like, God, I have 6 weeks left of this hell. And I just stood there and I thought about it. And I pulled out my phone and I Googled, how long is 6 weeks? I was so depressed. It was a genuine question. It was like, how long is 6
Just
weeks?
trying to like space it out to go, okay, if I think about it this way.
Maybe it'll seem like less time.
Did you guys have a live-in academy?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
horrible.
Well, and our academy is in the central time zone. We're in the mountain, and it's a 5-hour drive.
Oh shit.
So 10 hours of our weekend was spent driving.
Mm.
And when driving to the academy,
To and
we would
from.
lose an hour.
Yep.
So we'd have to leave home
Yep.
an hour early. And it was
Damn.
terrible.
See, I had a different experience in the academy. Ours was 18 weeks. How long was yours?
16.
16.
14 to 16. Well,
16.
I think mine was 15.
Just 16.
16
Yeah,
is
somewhere
the
around there.
16's the answer.
Final answer.
It changes every year, so
I loved it. I had such a good time. I honestly cried when I graduated. Didn't want to leave. I know.
Oh,
I don't know. I loved it. I had such a good time.
Shannon, you got any openings for?
Well, and you know what? I lost like 20 pounds when I was in the academy, so I was pumped. Did you guys lose weight?
I did.
Yeah, I
not
was 20.
much.
I was 20, so I fucking ate whatever I wanted to then, and just ran the track. And the cafeteria's food was pretty trash, though. Like like you think that like they would. It's just a government building, so they don't care. They don't care about nutrition, you know. So.
Oh, see, they cared at mine. We had a good one. Every Friday was grilled cheese and tomato soup. It was the last meal that we had together. But this grilled cheese, you guys, was on like this big, thick Texas toast, and the soup. Oh, I'd eat 2 grilled cheeses. And I still lost 20 pounds. Like I was working out. It was great.
See, and I could be drinking right now, or I'm gonna go run 3 miles after this. So
I know. I'm really proud of you for going to run 3 miles. I totally.
We're doing like it's about 16 a week.
Yeah,
16 a week, and then me and Ty's been doing it, but I usually just would lift. Now I'm running, and then I lift for 30 minutes afterwards. So me and my wife go, and she hasn't lifted in a while, so it's kind of funny to see her baby bump lifting weights, and I'm like, this is great.
So cute. You know, yeah. Well, I wish you guys would do the culture shock challenge. So listen, let me just tell you about it. I want to tell you about it. So I'm trying to gather data, and this goes for all my listeners too. Everybody listen to this. This is not just for our BF guys. This goes for everybody. I'm trying to gather data. In fact, the whole mastermind, they're all doing it. And I need to get data into these police departments. So the goal is to get into police departments and offer my training and offer my coaching services. Okay. Because I'm trying to change the culture. Right. And I've been doing it for 2 years with these guys and other people. And every time I go to the police department and I propose, hey, like, let me come in, I'll come in pro bono, whatever. They will want to see data. They want to see data proving that my shit works, which is fair. Okay. I'm like, yeah, okay. So what I need to do is I need to gather data. So I created a survey that is based off what the Army uses for mental health. So it's not just a bullshit survey. It's anonymous. And I'm just asking my first responders to take the survey, then do my 14-day, it's a 2-week, it's a culture shock immersion, all backed by science. Lieutenant Grossman talked about the sleep aspect. You guys obviously know him, right?
Yes.
Lieutenant Colonel. Talk about the sleep aspect. It's getting 8 hours a night. I have you wake up and have lemon water in the morning instead of coffee, which most cops don't do, but it helps with your mind clarity. The lemon helps you detoxify. I have a lot of people saying like they can think more clear after they drink it, and then they go on to their 10,000 cups of coffee, Shannon. Then I'm having everybody meal prep, just 4 meals, just for like, let's say you work, like I'm just basing it off the the most popular police shift is 4 days in a row. So I'm just saying, hey, like just meal prep 1 meal each day for 4 days. So throw something in the crock pot, split it up. I offer a bunch of recipes, just so that like we're not always going to McDonald's, right? And then when you work out after shift. And and this is the thing, this is what I want all my listeners to hear, because I've had a lot of people be like, Autumn, bullshit. Like kind of like Zach said, like, fuck that. Like I get off at 6 a.m. I'm not working out. The thing is it's not, you don't really need to do your workout. It's just do something for 10 to 15 minutes, whether it's a walk, whether you do a bunch of squats, sit-ups, push-ups, whatever you do for 10 to 15 minutes. And it actually will decrease depression by 50%. It's statistically proven. I got that information from Dr. Kevin Gilmartin, the guy who wrote Emotional Survival of Law Enforcement. And then I added in there an hour of personal development a day. Listen to a podcast, listen to a book, read a book, whatever. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want to change the culture. And so if it behooves you guys, you should do it for 2 weeks and then let me know. Does it fucking work? Do you feel better? Are you losing weight? My mastermind did this in the summer. John, within the first week, lost 5 pounds. Katie's belt fucking was falling off her. She had to get a new one. I know Shannon lost a bunch of weight, even though she's so little, she doesn't need to lose weight, but she did. So, I mean, we're having a lot of really great results. And I just need, honestly, I'm being a little selfish when I say I need the data because I need these police departments to see, hey, this bitch knows what's up. All right. Like, let's bring her in, you know?
No,
We'll
I
do
agree.
it.
We'll do it. I mean, shit. When I get home, I'll just walk my dog.
Yeah.
For
15 minutes. Just do it.
I mean, but I'm running 3 miles, so I already feel
You're
lighter.
gonna struggle with the sleep aspect.
Oh yeah, I've gotten 6
So
hours
do I.
in 2 days.
So
I can't sleep, man.
okay, well, this will help you. So if you do the activity that I'm telling you to do for 15 minutes, if you raise your heart rate 15 minutes, like but from the time you get off shift to the time you go to bed, you will sleep better. I promise you.
Okay.
But what I did is a cumulative thing, because come on, no fucking cop gets 8 hours a night. But so the cumulative weekly goal is 56 hours. Try to hit that, try to come within that. That's the goal, you know.
I think I can do that.
The scientist in me is like screaming at the inside of my, like it's bouncing off the inside of my skull. You need a packet. You need like a thing that people fill out and they say like, this is how many hours of sleep I got this day. And like, I did the thing and I didn't do the thing this day. I drank the lemon water. And then at the beginning, or maybe incrementally, you have to have like, this is how I feel. Like I feel more energized. I feel more mental clarity. And I don't know, however many times you think that ought to be done.
Do you have an app?
Not yet. I have a website.
Okay, well, I mean, yeah, I know that right there. But like, do you think you could have an app that like how hard is it to create an app? I don't know anything about that shit.
No, and that's the thing. I'm with you, Ben. And moving forward, and as we continue to grow and develop, I'm with you 100%. But right now, I'm just trying to get people to let's try to get into a habit, right? And I have to be honest with you, getting cops to do this has been a little difficult. So I'm just trying to do what I can.
I gotcha. I'm looking at it completely from the academic, and I agree with you. Like I think everything you're saying is good things to do, and you will feel better if you do them. But if you want to demonstrate it, you have to have good data points.
Absolutely. 100%. Yep.
I will do it.
We'll do it.
Starting, what's today? Fuck, next week's Thanksgiving though.
It doesn't matter.
Like,
you can eat.
Oh, I'm gonna eat, but
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
okay.
You were genuinely.
I was, because like that's not like you have to work. I'm gonna have to work double time because I'm gonna eat like
No, you just have to work out before you go to bed. That's it. Just do like your push-ups.
My mom's got one. My mom's got a treadmill just because I'm going down there, so we'll do that. But I'll do it. What's today? Today is Wednesday.
18th.
Wednesday.
Yep.
Wednesday.
Yep.
Let's see here. So if we start run 32 miles that week, Joseph, Jesus. Fucking look like Forrest Gump when I'm done.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's start on that. What's today? Wednesday. So tomorrow, I could start tomorrow because I'll start tomorrow.
All right.
Good.
We'll
Go get yourself some lemons and keep us posted. And for all my listeners, you can go right to if you go to the link in my my Instagram, you go to autumnclifford.com, you go to the menu, click on the culture shock, then the culture shock challenge. I have a 14-day, like I'll show up in your email every single day with a video, an audio, some good like recipes, just different stuff like that. So y'all can do that.
I don't know what's going on. Sorry.
Zach's serenading us with his iPhone.
That's okay.
I really don't know. There we go. I don't know what music that was.
I needed that. I think that was the good outro.
Yeah, there's a little Zen in there, I think.
That was awesome. Yeah, I love that. Well, and so let me ask you this. Can we talk about stress real quick? We talked about outlets. We talked about, talking to people. What do you guys do to manage your stress? Especially with everything that's going on right now.
Drink.
That's not the good answer.
Well, that's my answer. No, running, definitely now.
Yeah.
I would say Ben's going to have I don't even know the answer for you.
For me, it's
smokes.
Yes. Nicotine's definitely part of it. And then it's whatever I can throw my mind into. So like, it's going to be the Wikipedia articles that you're talking about, Googling at like 3 a.m. Like that's when I get home, I find something and I'm like, this is what I'm going to learn about tonight.
Yeah. And well, Zach said that he felt like farming was far more stressful than being a police officer.
Correct.
It's
just because, I don't know. Farming was long ass hours and no days off. Like 6 to dark. You couldn't take vacation. Like there's no days off. Like you don't get the paycheck until.
I think being a cop is the most frustrating job. Like it's very fresh. I can't even begin to explain how frustrating it is arresting the same people over and over and over and over and over.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I think we can all agree jails aren't rehabilitation centers, and there's not enough substance abuse help. But even sometimes when people do, they go to prison, they come back out and they start using again.
Yeah.
Nothing is more fucking frustrating than that. It's just so annoying. Or when they plead out everything
to misdemeanors.
It's so frustrating because you want to make a difference. But I mean, especially nowadays, sometimes I wonder, are we really making a difference? It's a temporary difference.
I tend to think so. And like some of it is with the mindset of like, there are just certain people who won't change. And so our corporal and I were talking about it this morning, just like people we used to deal with that we don't anymore. And it's because someone put them away for a long time. And for instance, we had our little string of burglaries that was going on here pretty recently. Like that was right when you started the last time that individual got put away. Sure. And this time, like he's not going to be back for a while.
Hopefully. I mean, we'll see.
Yeah.
Defund them. Just joking. Fuck that.
Well, I was going to ask you your opinion on police reform.
Oh, it's terrible. I don't believe in anything that it is not police officers that are making these shitty decisions. It's shitty people making these shitty decisions. That's all it is. It's all it is. And you are scared of fucking life. Like there's people right now that should not be cops and they need to get this through their head. Just because you can carry a gun doesn't mean you are mentally stable and tough.
Right.
I got to tell you, it's so funny. You're in my head. You are in my head. Before we got on here, I was thinking about how I'm going to make a reel, which I am, talking about that. I think a lot of people think because we're all cops, they're like, oh, then you think that everybody should be cops, right? And I'm really big into back in the blue, but Zach, you nailed it. I mean, there are a lot of fucking idiots who have the badge on who shouldn't be, who shouldn't be having the badge. I'm reading this book right now. And it's called Green Lights by Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard of it?
I haven't read it, but you've said enough that I want to now.
You need to. I'm fucking telling you right now. Did you just say all right?
I was going to, but I didn't want to cut you off.
All right.
Yes.
Go on.
Anyways, and he was talking about how he got arrested in his house in Texas, naked at 2 a.m. playing the bongos. And he was talking about these fucking cops. Yeah, he was high as a kite, right? But he was talking about these cops so I'm putting myself in like a police officer's position, right? And yes, we have like a loud noise complaint, right? Of like somebody playing something loud. You'd be able to figure it out, right? There was nobody, maybe he was singing, but nobody's screaming for help. So there would be no reason that we would kick the door in and go into this fucking guy's house. I don't know about you guys, but that's not something I'm going to do. Is that something you guys do?
No, your line of reasoning sounds reasonable to me.
Especially if it's Matthew McConaughey. I'm like, oh shit, let's
No.
go in.
Oh, that
Let's go
doesn't
hang
even
out.
matter though.
No, it does to me because I really don't care about people that like are just having fun. Like,
I mean, the fact that he's Matthew McConaughey doesn't matter.
to me, it would.
Oh, really?
Fuck yeah.
Oh.
You're telling me you show up, see Matthew McConaughey, and be like, oh fuck, let's hang out.
I would be like, what's up, bro?
No, you wouldn't be
Fucking
sorry.
hang out.
I'd give him my business card.
That's the electrician something I saw the other day.
No, a specialist. I have
Oh.
business cards that have a blank and then they say specialist because I carried a lot of jobs for a while. And so
Jesus.
I can just write whatever I want before specialist.
I love it.
But no, at least some cops, man, they just like get off on traffic stops and here, how many tickets do you write today? I don't care. Like, what'd you do? I wrote a ticket for expired registration. Cool. That's so awesome, man. oh yeah, okay, have a good night. Like that's like like I get we have to enforce all law. That's what we took the sworn oath for, but I don't see it that way.
But stat people. So to go back to defunding, I think the problem is who we're hiring. I think recruitment's at an all-time low, and administrators are met with the difficult question of, do I hire this person that's really kind of slowly getting through the application process and barely meets what our ideal cop is, or do I leave the road short-handed?
Mm-hmm.
And that's a terrible position to be in.
Mhm.
And defunding is not the answer. It requires more money for more in-depth investigations on these potential applicants, and you need better training, and training costs money. Like I don't know.
Hold on.
Well, and then to the
Catherine,
same
you
point,
have
like
a stripper cop outfit. What?
Oh, that's just Katie. Of course she does.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Go on.
I was just gonna say, like, if you're to the point where you're choosing between subpar applicants and leaving the road short, then you're gonna have guys in the force that that you maybe should let go, that you're not going to, because it's going to be that same problem. You're going to be leaving the road short, or you're going to have, someone who you should be doing an internal investigation on, that you're kind of turning the other cheek to, and that's not right. But I think it happens. I'm sure it happens.
The thing that I really am frustrated with nowadays is, the one that comes to mind is, I can't remember where it was, but Philadelphia, I think. The guy comes out of the house with a knife above his head, charging the officer, and he gets shot, and people begin protesting.
Yeah.
What? Like what?
Me
That
neither.
just blows my mind.
Yeah.
Or the mental illness argument comes up. How are we supposed to know if they're mental illness? And even if so, even if we go into it knowing, okay, this person has mental illness, that just they're off limits if they charge at you and you're in a life or death situation.
Right.
It's just, I don't know. You can't. The people protesting these things, I think they're so hell bent on what they want, but they're not willing to immerse themselves in what we deal with. So
Right.
without that mutual understanding and them trying to educate themselves on what it may be like for us, I think this will always be a problem.
Yeah. You don't see it get any better?
I'm so pessimistic nowadays. No, I don't. Not with technology. I mean, anyone can share anything and everyone can skew the truth. Anyone can record at any time after, the person recording has committed their crime, but they start recording 10 seconds later when it does look like the police are being assholes.
Edit it to the benefit of their narrative.
Yeah. And it just stokes so much anger.
Mhm.
And that's the problem with technology. And it's only going to get worse, in my opinion,
Mhm.
which is sad. It's very depressing.
Ben, what's your opinion?
I'm forming one right now. I'm staring off into space.
So
and
for
the gears
your
are turning.
listeners, Ben is more liberally geared than the general constituency in policing.
Everyone who I'm around looks at me and says communist. I kind of think I'm a centrist, but where I'm from, that looks like a communist. And yeah, I don't know. Like I'm more optimistic. I think people are better now than they were when I was in high school. Like I look at my best friend's a teacher. He teaches about 90 miles away from where I am. And like when I was in high school, no one was proud to be smart. Like the smart kids were nerds and they weren't the cool kids. And it's kind of not that way anymore. And like that gives me hope that like we're gonna have a different mindset coming up here. Is that like he says in the classes, like kids want to be the smartest kid in the class, and like and they congratulate each other on that, and they're a lot more caring about each other. Like there are certain things that made you an outcast when I was in school, and kids are a lot more accepting of those things now, and like they see the advantages to diversity rather than than playing them down.
I like it. I always like hearing Ben's point of view, because obviously you are a little bit more liberal, but like in some aspects you can be very much more optimistic. Not all,
No,
but some. I like hearing
Ben voted for Biden.
that's true.
We did
Ben.
We did it.
We did it, Joe.
That's okay. We have a member on here that did too.
Good
But
for you. I'm proud of you.
Oh, I thought it was Catherine. She just left.
She's like,
I'm out.
Oh no, it wasn't her.
Whoever you are, you don't have to say.
no, it's not, and I don't judge you. Everybody,
Yeah, everyone has their.
we hang out with
ideals.
Ben too.
Yeah.
We hang out with Ben. Yeah. No. So what do you guys got going on? So what's coming up next? Tell me about what's coming up next for BF rate, which, by the way, I want all my listeners to, do you guys know what Blue Falcon means?
Oh my God. You know how many times we've gotten this question? So many.
My civilian friends do not know. It means buddy
No,
fuck.
yeah, and like we knew that, and like most of the people that ask us, they're like, do you know what that means? And like they're super serious and passionate about it, or like military or ex-military, and like it's super bad in that context.
Yeah.
Like in a cop context, it can just be like it's a much lesser thing, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, that guy's fucking off. And like, I mean, that's kind of what this is about. We kind of fuck off and try to be human and display that side of ourselves. And so that's what it means. It's not that like that I'm sleeping with their wives or anything like that. And I'm really not, guys. I promise.
If my child goes out with a gap tooth, we're gonna have questions.
But no, like, yeah, we get that question all the time. And like, that's kind of our explanation. It's lighthearted. It's a different meaning in law enforcement than it is in the military. And some people who haven't been both places, they just don't understand that. And then we get the people who don't know what it means at all. And like, then we just explain it and they're like, oh, okay. Now it makes sense.
Right.
And the people are like, I love it. People are like, oh, like
They gasp.
and I'm like, it's okay. It doesn't affect you. But, yeah, but the classic. Yeah, but
Blue Falcon. Blue Falcon.
Yeah. Okay.
No, we came up with the name just drunk one night. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, we just went with it. It's just us. It's a lighthearted radio show.
It should be fun.
Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, so we just came up with the name on a whim. We're not getting people killed and proud of, like some people, military people are like, yeah, I ain't listening to it. Change the name and maybe I'll think about it.
Okay. Like that's what it's like. Okay, that's fine. You don't have to.
Oh my God, can we talk about that though? Like, let's just talk about haters for a minute. Do y'all have any haters yet?
Yeah, my mom sometimes. Like, my mom's like,
count.
My mom is like, hey, so then the episode you said like fuck and then followed by Jesus.
No, my favorite thing,
and like I don't like that. And I'm like, okay, well, don't listen to it then. Like, I love Jesus, but I don't mean that. Like,
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
My favorite thing about it is that like that you're not in the email. Like Ty and I, we both have access to the email, and Zach doesn't give a shit. So like we hear whatever Zach's mom is saying to us first, and like I get to form an idea of what Zach's reaction is going to be, and then Ty tells him, and I get a gauge like whether I was right or not. It's so entertaining.
The way Zach's mom sends the emails is she'll listen in real time, but she won't put it all into one email.
No.
She'll rapid fire.
It's like a text conversation.
Just like I'm sure people text. Yeah, like sorry, Ben. Like you just text. Like fuck, just put it in one paragraph and hit send.
Yeah. But as far as like genuine haters, no. I mean,
we get people, like you do. Not to cut you off, I just have it. They're jealous, but they don't know how to say it. Like they didn't come up with the idea, so like that's stupid.
They resort to anger. And hatred,
people like when you have an idea and they just aren't supportive of it, or they're jealous, and then they go, "Well, that's not going to work out."
Cool.
All right, cool, dude. Like I don't care, and that's a lot.
Yeah.
And we have that in the PD, but I already knew going into this who that was going to come from, and everybody that was on here can tell you right away, the people that are going to hate on you just because that's what they do for a living, and they love it.
Of the ordinary.
And they love it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
People live in a comfort zone, and if you step outside that comfort zone a little bit,
It blows their mind.
Well, they're like, holy shit, how'd you do that? Because life's short and you're not doing it illegally. You know, like just do something fun. And you think that like Autumn, yourself, and everybody else on here, we did it, and we knew there was gonna be scrutiny. People are like, did you guys talk to Chief before doing this? No, because this is my First Amendment right. Like, I don't need to ask you to make a podcast. Like, I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Like we're doing the heroin chronicles.
Yeah, it's not like
shooting heroin while we record.
We do different types of drugs, and we tell you how it feels as they go.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
No. Did you guys happen to see Ben? I don't think that we're friends on Instagram, by the way.
Ooh.
I thought I followed you.
Did you?
In fact, I'm sure I have.
Did you?
That's gonna set back some problems.
And
Honestly, I was talking you up this morning, and I had to refer to your Instagram to get someone else to follow you.
well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Ty, do you follow me on your personal one?
I don't have a personal. I just run the
You
Blue
just
Falcon Radio.
Yeah.
one.
Okay. All right. But have you guys happened to see my reel? The one with it says many men. So that reel has gone viral for Autumn because it has
Really?
has 94,000 views, which is the biggest I've ever had on a reel. So it's also my like third one. So I was really happy about it. But if you go on that, you will see trolls on trolls on trolls talking
Just because
about,
you're a cop or what?
oh yeah, there a lot of them. Well, don't be a cop. You get what you get. You get what you deserve. Like, because I'm talking about how it feels to be a cop, and it's many men wish death upon me. And so all these motherfuckers are like, well, fuck it. Don't be a cop. You know, all this shit. You get what you get. And I got to tell you, the first day, I mean, and when I tell you, there's not just a few trolls on there. My trolls are what made that post go viral, by the way. So I'm very thankful. And now that I love them, and I'm encouraging trolls to come on my shit because you're making it go viral. But the first day really set me back. I was like, oh man, people really want us dead. Like, if you go on there and read that shit, it's fucking bad. And I was like, oh fuck. And it took me back for a minute. I don't know how you got, I mean, I don't know if you've ever faced anything like that. And
Luckily we're in a conservative area, and which is why I have such utmost profound respect for like any cop doing it in a liberal area.
Jesus.
I don't know how the fuck they do it.
Yeah.
I don't.
Right.
I really don't. I couldn't do it.
it's hard.
I laugh sometimes because I go, man, well, that's too bad that, you know, people talk shit, but I'm like, how bored are you?
Yeah, exactly.
Like the other night, I don't give a shit who hears this. The other night, I'm not even drinking either. That's how, like, I just don't care about how bad people are and negativity.
Right.
Like Jocko Willink.
Willink.
I can never remember his name. I listen to it all the time. He tells, like, who gives a shit what people think? And so does Goggins. Like, they don't care. And that's great mentality. Listen to those two guys. If you want to have some motivation, listen to those two.
Yeah, Walton Goggins and Jocko Willink.
Yeah. So anyway,
David Goggins.
David.
Yeah.
So the other night I worked two night shifts, didn't sleep. The next morning I had to watch my stepson all day, 5 years old, didn't sleep that night shift. Then I had to work that night. So I didn't sleep for like 48 hours, and I was so exhausted, but it was an overtime shift. So I was like, I cannot stay up any longer. So I texted Ty and said, can you come in at midnight? He's like, I can't. So we got a hold of somebody else, and they came in at midnight for me and worked 6 hours. So I worked 6. You know, I did two things. I shouldn't be driving. If I had to make a decision, and we had a pursuit that night, 10 minutes before I went home. Somehow I made it, but I went home. I was like, I can't do it. So I gave somebody else some overtime, right? Like, didn't steal it all just to be a hero, you know? The next day, Ty comes in, the chick who I'm talking about, don't care, says, so you gonna go home at midnight too, just like the other officer did? Fuck you. She didn't say shit to me that day, but then you come in and I'm like, you know, so that's what I'm saying. All those people like that they're just not gonna make it far in life. Like, this is it. This is all for them. And you all know who this is. This is it. Like, this is as far as they're gonna go. They're gonna go downhill from here, and they're just gonna deteriorate and be unhappy and die at an early age. Sorry, that's just because of depression, shitty lifestyle. It's just my opinion. I don't wish death, but it is what it is. It's called natural selection.
Mm-hmm.
I've told these guys this, like, I don't like to talk shit about people.
I do.
They both do.
Especially people that are pussies.
One of the things that I found,
where editing comes in.
Nope, you don't need to.
One of the things that I found invaluable is I like to find one thing about every person that I like, and then I concentrate solely on that thing. If there's nothing else, I will concentrate solely on that thing. There's some people that like there's troves of things to like about them, but if there's only one thing to like, I'm just going to concentrate on that, and it frees my mind from all the criticisms I would have of them otherwise. Like if it becomes a question of officer safety, that's obviously a different thing, but when it's just, you know, personality traits and stuff like that, find one joke that they tell really well, or find a good pair of socks that they wear and just think about that when they're talking to you.
That's a really good piece of advice, to be honest with you.
You're very positive tonight, Ben.
It's the bourbon.
This is how my brain works, man.
It's the bourbon.
It is the bourbon.
It might be.
Cheers
I don't
to the
think so.
bourbon. I'll take a sip. It's really good.
It's so good. It reminds me of Anchorman. God, it's so good. Yeah. It's so good once it hits your lips. Fill it up again. Old school.
Have you guys ever gone to has anybody in here ever gone to a whiskey tasting?
No.
Oh,
No,
God,
that sounds fantastic though.
So John, you have. So let me just tell you how you properly sip whiskey. I bet you didn't know that I was going to teach you this on my podcast. So brace
I'm excited.
yourself. So as this whole way you do it. So you take a sip, okay? You take a sip and then of it, and then you exhale. And what that does is it opens up your taste buds. It burns them and then it opens them up. So then, and you exhale because then it doesn't taste as bad. Then you immediately take the second sip, and that's when you're really gonna taste the whiskey.
Then you chug it. Then you
Nope.
chug it.
Then you say fuck it, and you don't even want to taste it anymore. You just send it.
So,
Yeah.
wow, that's impressive.
That was a good piece. That was the best piece of advice tonight.
I did it while you were telling me to do it, and it makes a difference. Like I taste it more than I've tasted it before tonight.
What about wine? Because I'm a big wino.
I know you are, Zach. I'm sorry. I'm not.
You need to watch James and Oz's drinking adventures. It's James May and Oz Clark, and James May doesn't know anything about wine, and Oz Clark is one of the foremost wine aficionados of Europe, and they just go places and drink wine together.
God damn, that'd be a great job.
While James is learning, you learn with him.
I will learn with him. And I want like those, what are those things called? That you put wine in, it helps when you pour it.
An aerator.
Aerate. No, is that what it is?
Yeah, an aerator.
Yeah. No, they come in different like shapes and glass. There's like a big
The
glass
decanter.
thing. Decanter.
Oh, yeah.
That is what I like.
As
Like,
a pro.
Those you like wine? What's your favorite? Do you have any advice on? I like any red, no sweet.
I'm with you.
I can't stand
I've
white
had
wine.
expensive wine and $10 wine. They taste the same.
Exactly. Buy the
Exactly.
box. It's way better. Then you don't stop. And then, like tomorrow night, I'm going to eat a steak, and my mouth is watering because I'm gonna have a ribeye with blue cheese on top. Diamond. That's a strip club in Denver. No, I'm saying red wine, white cheddar mac and cheese, and broccoli. Oh my gosh.
Diamond.
Are you going to
rubber.
Longhorns?
What?
Are you going to Longhorns?
Longhorns?
What is
Where-
Longhorns?
You guys don't have Longhorns Steakhouse?
No,
We
have,
don't
like,
even have a Wendy's.
We have
we have a steel grill, which is like a big. It's good.
Yeah, it's our local
Steak.
like kind of what's the place in Grand Island that was like the steakhouse?
I don't.
Outback Steak.
No, like there
When
was a
you're-
chain there.
What's Longhorns?
Oh,
It's cows and they have longer.
Oh, I know
horns.
what that is.
I don't know. It's just a really good steakhouse, and they do like Parmesan on your Parmesan crusted steak and Parmesan crusted chicken, and and then so that's what I thought that you were getting on your steak and the
Nope,
cheddar.
just blue cheese.
I'm gonna make both of you beef Wellington sometime.
You do it.
Okay.
Beef Wellington
Yeah.
Gin tasting.
thing in Maine. Yeah,
Wash your 6 gin tasting.
No, it's not a thing in Nebraska either. It's just I saw someone else make it and I was like, I'll have that. And then I had to learn how to make it.
yeah.
Hey,
I'll have to look it up.
explain to me how you do a gin tasting.
Be the same, right?
Yeah, it's
Just
a
have to
it's a
think
pick
about
from the
Christmas.
menu, and you do the same kind of thing.
Interesting. What's
I-
your favorite gin?
No.
Mm.
No, that shit's junk. That stuff that you gave me, the lavender stuff, Amazing.
Ooh, I never even thought about putting lavender with gin, but that's
No, it's lilac, I think. Or was it
Lilac.
I don't
Yeah.
know, but it was really, really, really good.
Okay.
Do you like gin and tonics?
Oh, it's the dog. I was like, who screamed?
Oh, that's good. Gin and tonic. I know. I was like, what the hell? Someone gets scared. You see someone kick their door. Ah!
Yeah.
Oh,
Shit.
no, I have a real quick good story about gin. You could probably tell it actually. This is the last time
'cause
I had gin.
I was more cognitive at the time. So Ty and I, long before we were cops, lived together for about 3 years, and I moved in. I think it was on New Year's Day, and he had just started dating a girl right around that time. And I was working about 30 miles away. And so one day I came home from work, and I walk in the front door, and Ty's girlfriend at the time is sitting on the couch alone, which isn't normal. Like, I'd never seen her there without him right next to her. I was like, where's my roommate? She's like, he's in the bathroom. And I was like, door's open. She's
Kidneys
like,
in
yeah.
or
And I was like, does he need help? And she's like, I don't think so. You should probably check on him. So I go in there, and he's like, fetal position, wrapped around the toilet, and there's vomit in the toilet. And then I looked in the bathtub, and there's also vomit in the bathtub. And I just remember thinking, like, it's very clear to me what he had to eat before he vomited. And it was like Chinese food, like vegetables cut that certain way and having that color that they've been in a wok and fried. And I just remember thinking, he doesn't chew his food very well. And so, like, I reached down and like started to pick him up, and then he woke up. Like, I was gonna carry him to his bed. Then he woke up and he's like, no, I'll clean it up. And so, like, he's cleaning the bathroom, stumbling over shit. And I'm like, what the fuck did he drink? And so I go out into the kitchen, and I had bought like the biggest bottle of Bombay Sapphire you can buy, and probably close to half of it was gone.
Oh no.
And Ty's quite a bit younger than me, and so, like, I think you were probably just old enough to have been drinking at that time.
Probably wasn't even old enough.
Probably
to be
not. I was
honest.
probably committing a crime by having alcohol in the
I
house.
had my first beer at 6 years old. I'm not joking you.
Wow.
Serious.
While elk hunting in Wyoming,
That's a man's man.
and had my first chew at the same time.
oh my god, did you puke?
No,
No?
but that valley that we were watching for the elk to come running through was closing in really quick with that chew. Like, it was just like,
Oh, I bet.
That's why your beard is so.
that's why I'm like Abraham Lincoln.
yeah.
No, real quick, another story. On Ty 2 weeks ago, we had a party for his wife
Oh,
at
God.
my
How
house.
these are all about
Yep.
me.
And real quick, we were playing King's
King's Cup.
Cup. You guys ever played that? Where you
Oh
put the
yeah.
tab and you can't pop the tab. If you do, you got to do that.
Oh yeah, we mix them with, what is that?
And
That's a different game, but you put the cards under the tab of the beer, and then eventually it pops, and you got to drink it.
yeah. Anyway, so we were drinking that. Ty drank the King's Cup twice with a mixture of all the things in there. And then we went downstairs and we were like watching TV, and we were watching some like David Goggins stuff. And Ty goes, let's go for a run right now. I'm like, it's 2 a.m. I'm not running. And I already ran that day. And he's like, no, let's go. And he's all drunk. I'm like, dude, no, I'll throw up. Like, I can't run and drink at the same time. I'll puke. I'm so dehydrated already. I'll puke. He's like, fine. And so next thing I know, he gets up, and my bedroom is right outside the living room downstairs. He gets up, and Ash is sleeping in there, and he starts going in there. And I'm like, dude, where you going? He's like, to bed. I'm like, no, Ash is in there. He goes, oh. And you know when someone gets up and they take a wide turn because they're leaning drunk, you know? So he bounces off all the walls. And then he goes into my bathroom downstairs, and he sits. I like, okay, he's just going to go take a piss. He's in there for like 10 minutes. I'm like, where the fuck did he go? And so I just get up, and literally he's on the toilet, pants around his ankles, like he's taking his shit, and just passed out on the toilet. And I'm like, I kind of got nervous because, like, when people die, they feel like they have to take a shit. So I was like, oh my God. So I walked up to him. I was like, is he breathing? And then he's like, I was like, okay, he's alive. So I went back down and started watching more TV. And then he comes out. He just walks out with his pants off and everything. And he just slides down to the floor on the carpet and lays there and passes out and snores. But the best part of it is the next morning I get up and there's a little puddle of puke right next to him on the carpet. And I'm like, good thing I have one of them. Like, broke down and bought like the $400
commercial
rug cleaner because the dogs, you know. And so I was like, came right up and I was like, thank God.
Because of the dogs or because of Ty?
Both. It's dogs and Ty.
Yeah.
Dogs and Ty.
So yeah, I drink to relieve stress is the answer to the stress question.
So
Ty, that is not a good answer. But, unfortunately, it's the truth. It's the truth across the board. So,
yes.
So to answer my question before I interviewed you to wrap this up, I would love to hear what's next for BF Buddy Fuck Radio. Just kidding.
not fuck buddy radio.
Yeah, if you put it that way, I just want to be very, very clear. We're not planning on pursuing a career in pornography.
Oh,
You know what?
shit.
I'll do it.
I'll take one for the team.
I'll do the gay porn.
You'll be a cam girl.
Yeah. Okay.
You'll be the most beautiful cam girl.
Zach's OnlyFans will
Sorry,
be linked
to
in
answer-
this episode's
yeah.
show notes.
Fuck buddy radio is more speed. Yes, I like
It's
that.
more her speed. It is.
Shannon, you were drunk at 3. My God, that's impressive.
Wow.
Man, if I ever, I want to. This is fun. We should. Too bad we all couldn't get together and sit around a table and drink.
Definitely.
That'd be a violation of COVID.
Totally should do
Who
that.
cares? Shut up.
So what's
You shut up, man. Sorry.
Shut up, man.
What's next for Blue Falcon Radio?
God, we're not even. You and I aren't even drinking.
I just
And
had
this is
I had this caffeine. That's all I need.
man. We're doing good.
I agree,
conversationally.
Caffeine and Adderall.
Wellbutrin.
All right, guys, let's focus.
Yeah. Says the guy who the one who's been drinking is
Yeah, I
keeping
know.
us focused.
What's next, Ty?
What is next? So we've been trying to get Wes Germer of Sasquatch Chronicles on our show for a while. He's super busy. Same with Cliff.
Bergman. We're going down different roads. Whoever wants to be on our podcast.
Yeah, any of you guys as well.
Yeah.
Wash Your Six Soap,
Yep,
Dawn,
anything.
Shannon,
Yeah.
Catherine.
If you guys want to, we could have different segments. If you don't want to be on for a full hour.
Even if we did this, honestly.
I like this and have people. Alcohol kills COVID. You bet. I wish that we could have a big opening of followers that could just talk to us, and everybody could jump in and talk.
Yeah.
I think that's fun. That's what we're gonna do with Kerry Arnold on his episode.
Oh yeah, we should. shout
What day is
out.
that?
The 29th Sunday.
29th will be on. It's like this. He has 10,000 followers.
Amazing.
So he'll have people chatting and we'll talk.
Yeah.
He's had people what's his name? The professor from Jeff Meldrum. He's been on every Discovery Channel episode, anything you can think of it on TV shows like that. So he's gonna be on there.
That'll be Bigfoot Odyssey on the 29th of
So if you're
November.
if you're interested in any kind of cryptid stuff that you're just bored and you listen to it, it's crazy because everybody tells their story about when they saw this thing. Some people, it's unbelievable. You put yourself in your shoes, and if that thing did really happen, wow. And Ben was a skeptic.
I'm still a skeptic. I still don't believe in Bigfoot, but listening to his story, I'm getting goosebumps, and I'm I still don't believe in Bigfoot, but I totally believe everything he's telling me. I believe he saw something, or I believe that he believes he saw something, and it's compelling to the point where I want it to be true.
Right.
So it goes back to your 1 hour a day of what's it called? Intellectual.
Personal development.
That's what I meant.
Intellectual.
That's one thing I listen to I'm at work. I just listen to a podcast that's like that, not police related, not anything like that. So
Yeah. Good.
So
Did
anyone that
Go ahead.
wants to be a guest, email bluefalconradio@gmail.com. You
we
can
will
follow
have
us.
you on.
Yep.
You can follow us on Instagram as well at Blue Falcon Radio.
Look at that. Ghost Adventures or Ghost Hunters people.
Oh,
that would be
hell
good.
yeah.
What's his name? Zach?
I don't know, but I
Zach
love
Bargains
them,
or
dude.
something like that. Is that right? He's got great hair.
Zach Baggins?
No. Yeah.
I love how amped up he gets. He goes, "Holy shit!"
A chair goes flying like an office chair out of nowhere.
Make yourself known now.
Yeah. Is he coming on your podcast?
No,
No,
but
but
Well, maybe.
Watcher 6 just said do it. And I'm like, oh, well, we could probably get a hold of him. I literally found a phone number for this Kerry guy, just called it Sunday morning, and he answered. I'm like, oh, shit. Hello? I was like, I think people just are no way they're going to answer.
Right.
I just been emailing random people.
Mhm.
Like Cliff is on Finding Bigfoot. Do you guys remember that show? How weird it was?
Yeah. Yes.
I've been emailing him back and forth. He's gonna. We're trying to get him on, but he's just so busy.
Yeah.
And all we do is email. That's it. And so simple. Just do it. And you're like, holy shit, it might work.
Yep.
So
I know. I've had some crazy people on my podcast, and I went like this. send. And then and then they email me back and they're like, yeah, well, I'm coming on. I'm like, holy shit, they're coming on.
Well, didn't Gil Martin take a year?
Oh, he took a year. Oh, that was a lot of this. Oh shit. Oh, he's just gonna say no again. Send.
Well, it's like that's crazy because like being a cop, who I guess 3 years ago, that was one of the first names I learned. Like that was like a name that sticks with me. When I hear that, I'm like, oh yeah, that's like the first guy they tell you about in academy.
Right.
He really is. Ben, did you listen to that podcast episode by chance yet?
I haven't, and
Really
I
should.
will immediately.
Which episode is it?
It's I don't know. It says Kevin Gilmartin.
We'll get there.
But I'm gonna just tell you, it's really good, and he's putting out a revised
emotional survival.
But so when you listen to my podcast, he's like spitting all these facts that he's gonna be putting into the book. It's just he was just honestly absolutely amazing. You guys were on with for that, didn't you guys feel like this? Like you get off his like podcast and you're like, wow, my head is full of amazing stuff now.
Yeah, we'll definitely listen to that.
Well, we're going to be paying attention to you guys. I hope that maybe sometime soon we'll do just a big old round table like Zach is requesting.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I would love that.
And everybody gets to talk about themselves.
Yes.
And how they feel and how much alcohol they've had and what their problems are and how much addiction to porn they have. All those things.
Fuck Buddy Radio.
Fuck Buddy Radio.
Fuck Buddy Radio.
The Catherine edition.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is, dude. It is. You have to know her in person to understand. That's why they're dying, because we had a retreat, and so like they got to know each other like in person, and so we shared some stories, and so that's why like people are dying, because it really is relevant. Like you really have to know. It's good.
I like that.
So you guys all got to drink together in real life.
Some 4 of us on here did. Yep. Shannon lives in Canada, and the borders were shut down. And Dawn is our Vegas girl, and she was tied up. COVID.
Oh man.
Well, if this whole crisis ever gets past us, I think we should definitely try to.
Absolutely.
I don't know. Let's do like a police podcast con.
He's getting drunk.
Yeah.
No, I think this is a great idea.
The idea. I fucking hate, but
Like,
we got to move some mountains for that. So everybody's schedule's got to line up. That's very difficult.
fuck, I got a shovel. Let's do it.
All right, man.
All right, man. Will you shut up, man?
Seriously though, that's cool. Don lives in Vegas. And Washer 6, where do you live, if you want to say?
New York.
New York. Oh man, we're at New York.
Western New York.
Okay. I saw your shirt. I didn't know if that said what is Western Virginia or
No.
You're right there. Your wife.
Yeah.
Hi. I said West Virginia University. Oh, I didn't know if you guys lived in West Virginia or not.
No.
Cool.
They're just repping.
And Catherine, where do you live?
I live in Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Oh, we have an officer from Wisconsin. We like to make fun of him for how he talks.
I've officially met. Yeah, he talks like you.
Yeah, I make fun of her all the time.
My wife's from North Dakota. Botno.
Oh.
Shannon, do you know where are you from in Canada?
She froze.
Oh,
She
okay.
gone.
But
Or
she's
she didn't
over
freeze and
on-
Oh, she's doing the fake like the fake like when they stare and then they go,
Just
I'm just
stay
fucking with you.
still.
She
That was
left. She's like, I'm not talking about myself. Peace.
She's like over near Alberta, isn't she?
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
okay.
She's on the opposite side. Well, thank you guys. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
There's
Yeah,
Shannon.
Thanks for
Hey,
having us.
Shannon. Shannon, do you want to answer the question for them?
I didn't hear a question, but I'll answer it if someone asks.
Where at from Canada are you from?
Oh, I'm in Calgary in Alberta.
Okay.
Okay.
I was born in the US. So.
In New York?
No, in Colorado. In
Oh, where at?
Oh,
Denver.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
3 hours.
Yep.
3 hours from us.
So
that's
you know
where we go if we want culture.
So you know where we're from. You
And
got
we-
the picture of where we're from, kinda?
Sort of.
Yeah. Okay.
In the middle,
Cool.
kind of.
Right. Sorta. Yeah. No, kinda.
Panhandle.
Right by
Yeah.
Cheyenne. So
Yes.
Her geography is better than mine, because I had you guys over near like Portland, Oregon.
Oh, no,
Katie,
no.
that's
No
a
judgment.
close.
You
If I
Well,
was
you
your-
think I live in Wyoming, so I don't know.
You think I live? What the hell map are you looking at? Like,
How much bourbon have you had?
so California's on the east, right? Oh wow.
Listen, I
So,
know where
mean,
that fucking
if you're in
shell
like
was.
Hawaii or something, maybe it might be a little east. Of
Yeah,
that.
it's all about perspective now. That you
Really
No,
say
is.
that.
it's just, you have to understand. We have Maine on the East Coast, and then we have California on the West Coast, and then everything else just blends.
That it does.
That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
that's
does,
Autumn thinking. That's not everybody else. Up the East
That's
Coast.
how I think.
That it does, Clark. Clark.
Okay,
That's
well,
right.
thank you guys.
Yeah,
now that we just had a geography lesson.
Peace out.
Anyone that wants to email bluefalconradio@gmail.com to be on our show, anyone that's in here, any one of your guests, go for it.
Yeah.
And then follow us on Instagram at Blue Falcon Radio.
Absolutely. Make sure you follow them, Sheepdog Nation. I love these guys. They are funny. They're the real
I
deal.
have a personal Instagram too if you want to follow. Because there's the deal. Here's the deal. I'll tell you right now. Ty is the only one that gets to run Blue Falcon Radio Instagram, and I don't
That's
get
true.
I don't get to talk to any of you guys.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't. So, like, it's like Ty does it all. I'm like, what did they say? I don't know.
You should just make a Blue Falcon Radio alternate account just so you can talk
To people.
I was gonna say we could do that. We could have
No,
Blue
we're
Falcon
not doing
Ty,
that.
Blue Falcon
We're
Band.
drunk
Please
again.
tell us what your Instagram handle is, because that was the funniest thing.
What my Instagram handle is? It's
Yes.
Zachary with a K, not an H. ZACKARYRADA_19.
Yay. So make sure everybody goes and adds Zach, because he gets very lonely. Very
Yeah.
upset.
And then
I
my
you need to do you want to share yours too?
my OnlyFans is Dirtyball69 at Scott.
I have to look mine up if I'm honest. I think it's Barnstormer07.
Barnstormer.
Does that sound right?
Yep,
Yeah.
it is.
What's
Okay.
your OnlyFans? Big Daddy Dick?
No, Big Stanky Dick Dad.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It's a weird uncle.
No, he's joking. We're joking. Cut this
Please.
out, Joe.
Please be joking.
If you are, it's all right. It's,
We
what I
don't
love about
judge.
America.
No judging. We just love everybody around here.
Exactly.
Sheepdog Nation. We'll see you next time.
All right.
They buried me in the water and I came, I knew. Ha ha. Now I'm baptized in blue.
I'm a winner, never quit. I refuse to lose. I got heart and I got grit. See, I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a fighter, never winner, never quit. I refuse to lose. I got heart and I got grit. See, I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue.
They buried me in the water in the Holy Ghost. I came out with a badge and gun and a heart that said never run. I signed up for a job you wouldn't dare to do. This ain't no green screen movie, don't compare the two. We look at your actions in the elements and everything relevant. If they line up, prepare to pay the consequence. You do dirt, you get cuffed, no bluff. It's ignorant to think we will shoot with your hands up if you the police. You feel the world is against you, like every call you go to, people trying to tempt you. Well, Hail Mary, Hail Mary, Hail Mary. I ride on the devil, I ain't scary, and I ain't worried. You want my life, come take it, it's gonna be a fight. I take you to the light, like Will and Bright. I wouldn't expect you to understand what I do, only the thin blue line, cause they baptized in blue.
I'm a fighter, I'm a winner, never quit. I refuse to lose. I got heart and I got grit. See, I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a fighter, never winner, never quit. I refuse to lose. I got heart and I got grit. See, I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue.
I can't explain the pain when I see a name on the wall. All I feel is rage, put me in a cage, let me brawl. Sometimes I can't help but cry, like why did he die? I know it was him, but it could have been I. What about the kids? What about the spouse? Yeah, now who gon' put food inside them babies' mouth? It's a bigger picture when I officer down. Domino effect, Blue Nation, family, country, and town. The media don't cover us, well maybe Fox, cause MSNBC and CNN surely don't care about cops. Politicians more concerned about protecting the legal instead of laying the law down and protecting the people. Let me get off my soapbox before I curse. I don't seen way too many cops riding in hearse. Well, I wouldn't expect you to understand what I do, only the thin blue line, cause they baptized in blue.
I'm a fighter, I'm a winner, never quit, I refuse to lose. I got heart and I got grit, see I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a fighter, never winner, never quit, I refuse to lose. I got heart and I got grit, see I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue.
If I'm faced with a mission, I'm gonna complete it. If that means being deleted, I live with the credence. I do this for the combat vets and LEOs. When I'm suited, ready to go, it's either friend or foe. Only Lord knows what my future's in store. I only kill with the hope to see more, so God don't close that door. If I take a life, it's him or me, with the hopes to survive, not bigotry. I go in situations that you cannot imagine, deal with things that you cannot fathom. Know it, but so I'd rather fight for cause than live for nothing. So when you read my headstone, you know I died for something. You hypersensitive shit complain by justified force. You blame the cops first, that don't work, you blame the courts. But I wouldn't expect you to understand what I do, only the thin blue line, cause they baptized in blue.
I'm a fighter, I'm a winner, never quit, I refuse to lose. I got heart and I got grit, see I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue. I'm a fighter, never winner, never quit, I refuse to lose. I got heart and I got grit, see I'm a warrior that's been baptized in blue.